All right. Well, I had a fun time with the takeoff here with Alex, and he brought out his Black Hawk, and we met on Facebook, and we kind of had some rough winds, and we had an interesting takeoff and landings. But I thought I'd take a moment and compare our two machines, since in this sport it seems like we never get to see another machine because all of us are flying alone. So I thought I'd do a quick comparison of his Black Hawk, and just kind of, I got the FreshBreeze Siminini here. And Alex, what model is this Black Hawk?
This is the Black Hawk Talon 190.
Talon 190. So that's a 190cc.
190cc. Yes.
So I'm at a 122cc. Do you know how many pounds of thrust that puts out?
Oh man, I'm not sure.
It's all right. Mine's putting out 155 pounds supposedly. I imagine yours does probably quite a bit more than that. Just because FreshBreeze tends to be tuned down a little bit. It's running at a lower RPM. FreshBreeze has like this air box, which I noticed you have an air box here. Do you feel like it's pretty quiet, or it's
pretty quiet, yeah.
Yeah.
For what it is. 190 is supposed to be pretty loud, I think, but
right. So you said that you replaced your prop. What did a new prop cost? It looks like, did you have carbon on there, or was it wood originally?
It was wood originally, yeah.
Yeah.
It cost right around $200.
$200? Oh, I think that's a great price. I think these carbon props are like $700.
Yeah.
We'll throw these things on the scale here. Of course, I got gas tank above, and you got gas tank below. So you must have like a fuel pump that brings it up.
No fuel pump, no.
So how does it draw the fuel up?
Just suction.
Okay. Huh. Interesting.
Yep.
So I was looking at your throttle. I was noticing this was quite a bit different than mine. So you said you had a strap, but it broke off, right?
I did, yeah.
Okay.
That is an aftermarket one.
Oh, okay. Did you just put it on?
I did, yeah.
Okay. Did yours get like sucked into the prop or something?
No, I just didn't like the original Blackhawk.
Is it the green button? Is that in case you get electric start later?
Yeah, right.
Oh, okay. Cool. So this looks like it might be a little bit better in a fall than the FreshBreeze. I'm looking at this one, and it sticks out a little bit more.
All right.
Do you feel like, so on mine, when this is full throttle, it's just like barely a squeeze. It's not like I got all this travel and here's full throttle. Mm-hmm. Is yours pretty distributed over the full
It is, yeah.
pull?
Yeah.
That's nice. I like that. How do you like your harness? I noticed they're pretty different setups. Yours looks like you're hanging from these two bars here.
Right.
And then on mine, I've got like all this stuff going on. So these carabiners pull up the harness. The harness is completely separate, which is kind of nice because you fly, you can free fly with it, but it's kind of cumbersome. I kind of like that yours is all attached here. And then you have these extra straps that your arms go through. So you put your arms through here and these. But I guess the advantage is you can drop it off in the air, but nobody does that. Like if it bursts into flames or something,
Yeah.
It's not a problem. How about your pull start? Yours is over the shoulder here.
Right.
How's that pulling down? Do you feel like
It pulls pretty easy, I think.
Yeah?
These 190s have an easy start on them, so.
That's cool. You got like a little pulley down in here. Mine pulls kind of from the hip here, and I kind of have to put two arms on it. Do you have to grasp it with two hands? Or
I can do one-handed pretty easy.
Yeah. I can get it about 50% of the time with one hand, so that's kind of a plus on your start. So you said you'd had a few problems. I know today you had some problems with your belt slipping, but that's probably just
it's a new belt, yeah.
Yeah, it probably just needs to be tightened. You said it was a little loose, so that's probably not something wrong with the motor. What other problems have you had with it?
Just a couple months ago, this redrive almost fell off here.
So that's like the clutch system?
Right, yeah, it's the clutch. The prop sits on this, so the 4 bolts that hold this on, 3 of them sheared off in flight, so I almost lost the whole prop.
Wow.
It was covered under warranty. I got the whole new lower end for free. So
I'm trying to think how props can shear off, or the bolts could shear off. So they must have been just out of too cheap of a metal. like a pot metal or something? I mean, that's the only
Maybe,
way it
yeah.
could happen, unless did you have a prop strike right before that maybe caused them to shear?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
That was probably an hour and a half into a flight, so I don't know.
Did you have any prop strikes before that maybe it could have caused the shearing, and then maybe it just lasted for a while and then it finally failed in flight?
No, I haven't.
Okay, so, well, anything else? Have you had any problems? It looks like you have sort of the same deal with as the FreshBreeze with these springs,
Right, yeah.
bolts. I'll pull it over here. You can see we have the same sort of setup. I think it's a good setup. I guess you got to change those bolts every once in a while,
Right,
but
yeah, the springs out.
it keeps your exhaust from cracking. I've got 1, 2, 3. You probably have about the same. 1, 2, and then maybe there's another one. Maybe not. So, so yours is a 2 system. Okay, and you got rubber motor mounts and all that. That looks good. Is your 48-inch prop? Do you know? It looks like about
so,
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Looks like your cage is a little bit lighter than mine. You know, I got the double rings. Does it pull apart pretty easily, or is
It does, yeah.
probably
It's easier. It's nothing like the Scout or anything, but
is the Scout real easy?
it is, yeah.
So this probably it takes you like 5 minutes to pull it apart,
Maybe,
or
yeah.
yeah, that's probably about what mine is. It got Velcro. It looks like you got these little push pins.
Yep.
That's cool. Spark plug on top. That's kind of nice in case you had an emergency.
Right.
You could pull it, although I'd hate to stick my hands through here. Your netting is definitely has more protection than mine. Mine you could definitely get a hand through there. So that's definitely a plus. And then up here, you could get a hand. So I guess start it on your back. You don't want to have your hand like resting here when you start it.
We've all seen those videos.
Yeah. Does your throttle have like something to hold it? Like if you wanted to have it.
It doesn't have a cruise control.
Okay.
And I wish I had one of those.
Yeah, it's kind of a nifty little thing. You just tighten this. Sometimes if I'm like making a sandwich or no, I need my hands. Then I can make them free. So, all right. Well, let's throw them on the scale. You want to put yours on the scale here? I think we're right about 65 pounds. So you were at 65, and I think we're right around 85. So 65 and 85. So looks like I have 20 pounds on you. It's a beefy sucker, huh?
It's comparable though.
So I think this is running at higher RPMs than this, and I think that the FreshBreeze is probably more reliable and probably a little bit quieter, smaller engine, maybe a little less power, and probably less fuel consumption, which probably most people don't care about. So now that you feel that weight on your back, and maybe it's a little bit stronger than this because of your kind of minimalistic frame here. Given all that, what do you think of the weight?
I don't think it's that bad. I
don't know.
The wing overhead.
Yeah. I mean, it's only launch, but it's kind of intimidating to run with,
It is, yeah.
with all that weight. So we said 85 and 65 pounds. I think if you were like a smaller guy, that the Black Hawk would be definitely better, because like that 20 pounds is going to make a huge difference for you.
Will, yeah.
But if you're a little bit stronger guy, you look pretty built, and then I think the FreshBreeze might be a better unit overall, because of reliability and stuff. But I think this one, this one, I think FreshBreeze, it's $10,000 for the wing and the motor. So the wing's probably like $2,000 of that. So maybe it's about an $8,000. What does this run?
So I got the package for about $8,500.
Okay,
And
so
I
a
think
little
the
bit
wings-
cheaper.
Yeah, the wings maybe a little over 1,000, so probably right around 7.
Yeah. So 7, 8, 9, 10. So about $3,000 cheaper for the Blackhawk. So that's substantial, you know. Oh, it's good to know. I kind of like your reserve on the side. I know ideally it's in front for better pull position,
yeah.
but man, that's a pain to get into. This is so cool
Yeah.
just to step into it. Do you mind if I put it
Go
on?
ahead, yeah.
Just rock up.
Yep, looking good.
The seat kind of falls away,
It does.
so I don't really notice that. Yeah. You know, if I had to guess, I would say it's like 10 pounds lighter, which is substantial, but I don't know. I expected 20 pounds to feel a little bit different.
It doesn't feel that
You
different,
know?
no.
I should just lose 20 pounds, and then I'll be happier. But, yeah. Huh. How's your weight shift on this thing?
It's pretty minimal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine's the same. I get almost zero weight shift.
They do make the weight shift bars for that unit, but
Yeah.
I didn't want to try it as a beginner here, so.
Oh, yeah, where these like move?
Yeah, they just connect to right up here, actually.
Oh, cool, right here.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, that's awesome. I think they do have a weight shift sort of harness on here. I don't know if that's what these are, or if that's for if you're doing a tandem.
Oh, right.
But I think the sport model or something has more weight shift. But I don't know. I'm pretty happy with it. I've noticed that weight shift isn't such a huge deal.